It's a lovely day. Welcome to Hope Channel Zambia, media that changes lives. It is time for the news and I'm your anchor, Meboch Timbiti. My sign language interpreter is George Kalimukwa. Let's look at stories making headlines. Bank of Zambia increases monetary policy rate. ADRA Zambia builds 28 amenities for 28. ADRA Zambia builds 28 amenities for schools in Lusaka. Farmers express optimism over this rain season. Mainland's West Zambia Conference launches Young Adventist Women Ministries. This plus more stories coming up shortly.
Did you know that you've got the right to complain against any radio or television broadcast? Did you also know that every radio or television station has an obligation to respond and address your complaints when aggrieved? The first step is to complain to the station not more than 3 months after the broadcast took place. It is expected that the station will respond reasonably to you, that is within 14 days. If not satisfied, then escalate your problem to the Independent Broadcasting Authority.
We're at Mass Media Complex, Ali King Carter Road,
PO Box 32475, Lusaka, or call us on +260 211 250589 or visit our website at www.iba.org.zm.
IBA, promoting ethical and professional broadcasting.
Welcome back, and now the news in details. The Bank of Zambia BOZ has increased the monetary policy rate by 50 basis points from 14% to 14.5%. Bank of Zambia Governor Dr. Danny Kalyalia announced during the monetary policy rate press briefing in Lusaka today. The overall inflation has risen to 16.3% from 15.5% in the fourth quarter of the year 2024. Dr. Kalyalia says the monetary policy rate has been increased in order to steer inflation back to 6 to 8% target. He added that the economy is expected to grow by 6.6% this year due to the rebound in agriculture and energy, along with steady growth in ICT, finance, insurance, and trade. Dr. Kalyalia encouraged the public to take heart as there are chances that inflation might come down, as inflation is the omnipresent enemy that erodes a lot of things in the country.
The consequences of the drought is one of the key drivers of that. Now, the other aspect is what I said earlier, the dollar had been rising, which means that it puts pressure on other currencies. Now, the other concern which is rising, that if with the tariffs that are being applied, there will be policy adjustments, say in the US, in Europe, it means that there will be now a round of hikes of policy rates in those countries. And when that happens, then we see ourselves seeing reversal of capital flows and the depreciation in our currencies. So this is why I think the core for us to really ramp up the production and export of what we produce is extremely important. Moving along, we see that the main source of supply in the market continue to be the mining sector, which is supplying 60.1 million dollars as compared to which brought the total supply to 526.2 million in the period that we are looking at. So this was driven to a large extent by observed rising production in the mining sector. But of this amount, commercial banks absorbed $239.7 million. This was a little higher than what was in the previous quarter. In the previous quarter, they took up $232 million. But the net purchases from the sector was $286.5 million, which was remitted to the Bank of Zambia. That reflected an increase from the previous amount of $233.9 million. So we give those on the right side in the chart there, which will show you those pounds. But what we are saying is that on a net basis, market support by the bank declined to $197.8 million from $230.8 million. So what people may ask, why is this? Well, we have other obligations that we need to observe or meet. Notable in this regard is obviously the net international reserves that we have to meet in order to get the review program to move forward. And indeed,
the Adventist Development and Relief Agency, ADRA Zambia, with its partners, has constructed sanitation and hygiene infrastructure across 28 schools in Lusaka district, valued at 979,000 kwacha. The facilities include hand-washing stations, incinerators, and ablution blocks. Speaking during the handover ceremony to the Ministry of Education, ADRA Zambia Director Kennedy Hawasimbi reiterated the agency's commitment to improving better hygiene and sanitation in schools and preventing poor sanitation-related diseases.
A handover ceremony of sanitation facilities in 28 selected schools across Lusaka district, constructed at the cost of over 900,000 kwacha by the Adventist Development and Relief Agency ADRA and its partners ADRA International, ADRA Netherlands, Christian Blind Mission, and Kunda Zukunft. Speaking during the handover ceremony at Chainda Primary School, ADRA Zambia Director Kennedy Habasimbi highlighted the agency's ongoing commitment to preventing disease by offering good sanitation in schools.
Sanitation has been a challenge for a long time, I think in most of our schools. And therefore we are happy to be part of those people who are contributing to the sanitation in these schools. We know also that this is an anticipatory action, meaning, as we know, Lusaka is mostly affected by cholera and many other waterborne diseases. So this infrastructure goes a long way actually in preventing such things. The support for our from our dedicated partners was embarked on this mission to construct hand washing stations, as we shall see, incinerators, ablution blocks across the 28 schools.
Today is a testament that we can achieve more when we work together with a shared vision of inclusion, dignity, and health for all. As has been earlier alluded to, this was a collaborative effort. There are a number of partners, but the key partner that we are here to complement is the government of the Republic of Zambia.
And Lusaka Education Board Secretary Kennedy Mioba, who received the facilities on behalf of the Ministry of Education, applauded ADRA and its partners for this noble gesture, saying it will go a long way in helping government meet good sanitation requirements in schools.
With our many infrastructure spaces of learning, but lacking the sanitation part, and ADRA has come to give us dignity, that now we are able to use the modern facilities and improve our health exposure and opportunity for our students in the 28 schools. Government alone cannot complete these projects. because government is single. But government's role is to give the environment that is conducive to attract partnership from your institutions, that now the environment is suitable and you can come and help run government together in one sphere or the other.
Chainda Primary School head teacher expressed gratitude to ADRA for constructing modern sanitation infrastructure, as the school has been previously using pit latrines.
We are really grateful and very excited because we didn't have waterborne toilets in Lusaka, the capital city. We only had pit latrines.
Blessing Koma, a pupil at Chainda Open Primary School, expressed gratitude.
Thank you for the toilets and wash points that you have built for us. This has come at the right time when the population of our school is growing. To us girls, it will be easy to change while we are in school.
Mwene Mianga, Hope News, Lusaka.
Chicankata Member of Parliament Jacqueline Sabao has donated 109 school uniforms, pencils, books to pupils of Hamonga Community School and Ngandu Primary School in Munyomezi ward of Chicankata constituency. Ms. Sabao said that she has decided to help grade 1 pupils from Ngandu Primary School and Hamonga Community School in order to motivate them as they embark on their first grade.
The free education policy has eased the burden on parents to pay school fees for their children. In Chicankata District, Chicankata Member of Parliament Jacqueline Sabao has supplemented this effort by providing other school requirements to 109 grade 1 pupils at Hamonga and Ngandu Primary School. The Member of Parliament donated school uniforms, books and pencils for the pupils. Ms. Sabao now explains the reason behind her gesture.
Uniforms promote a sense of unity and equality among pupils, regardless of their socio-economic background. To improve school discipline and focus, uniforms can help to minimize distraction and create a more conducive learning environment to our children. Boost self-esteem. Wearing a uniform can instill a sense of pride and confidence in our young learners. This donation is a small but significant step toward ensuring that every child in these schools has the opportunity to thrive academically.
Parents and beneficiaries are grateful for the support.
kuba ngonzi mujikolo gaya alanga be hina walo tasamide kabo tinza usamide mbuli mbwasamido so mwamubona ona mbwasamide so ino utikaba anga ulaye usamide bwa maziko aya muri moni samido bwa walo so be naba samide ma uniform taji inga walo ori mwabumba maningi basaba onda balumba munyati tuya kumujata mbwena bokali kwamba ba president tunabuyaji ya kumbere ndalumba.
This initiative will surely go a long way in meeting the education needs of these children. Zanis reports in Chicankata District of Southern Province.
Small-scale farmers in Chieftainess Mwenda village of the Wasanje Tonga-speaking people in Chicankata District of Southern Province have disclosed that if the rains continue falling favorably, the chiefdom is expecting to record a bumper harvest during the 2024-2025 crop marketing season. This came to light when Zambia News and Information Service ZANIS in Chicankata District of Southern Province visited the area. The farmers have also held government for the timely delivery of farming inputs to small-scale farmers in the district during this farming season.
Small-scale farmers in Chieftainess Mwenda's chiefdom are predicting a bumper harvest for the 2024-2025 farming season. This follows the early farming input distribution by government. For the other farmers, the positive rainfall pattern being received is also reassuring. The good performance of crops in a maize field like this one indeed gives hope of a bumper harvest this season.
Kuti yazumana kuwa ngakaboneka kuba kabotu ngatwasuka muyuma yuma ngataba kagulya yamuntu twagahola yuntu holete mujindi ino ni mulabe yaso yachirwa ne yakabola wakapekwa wakalikali mumanda
inde bahaga ine ndi urwaira kuti kabasumana na ubere simbo bagiso batatiyo mkikambo muri uno mwaga nguyu muyumo mutoka jana bo mula ulega kuti kuli uhulumende yalo ilasodeka kutuka kuibona
kalumba basijombe urumende ya UPND na urumende yasu yairwa na nzala uti ulaya chinkaka wotu basijombe ngatoirumba urumende kambo yatu ka fertilizer mujindi irusi.
Zanes reports in Chikankati district of Southern Province.
Take a short break, we'll be right back.
Time.
There is nothing quite like the thrill of catching your own fish. And at Papino Investments, we bring that experience to you. Papino Investments, the home of live fish, has everything you need to make your meals unforgettable.
It has a different taste. And that is why I enjoy coming to this place.
From live fish that you can catch for yourself to smoked fish, just chickens and beef, we have a wide range of products that will satisfy your shopping needs. And if you're looking for something else, we have a wide range of groceries to choose from, including Hope Channel decorders. At Papino Investments, payment is easy. You can pay with cash or use our mobile money services. Visit us today at Robert's Fish and Veggies Building, Chilenge Market, Lusaka, or call us at 0955 108708 or 0976 543822 or 0965 691909. Papino Investments, the home of live fish.
Time is power. Our lives are powered by the sun. As the sun rises, so do we. It's time to power your life and say goodbye to blackouts with a new Topstar solar solution, the H50 hybrid system. Enjoy a safe and reliable solar solution at home or your business with the Topstar hybrid inverter, lithium battery, and 550-watt solar panels. Experience a peace of mind with reduced electricity bills, long warranty of up to 5 years with free installation. For more information, call or WhatsApp now on 0779 04 2000, 0779 04 2000, or visit our Facebook page at Topstar. Also, pay us a visit at our head office next to Arcade Shopping Mall. Topstar Solar. Power your life.
Smart Zambia National Coordinator Pes Chinyama has hailed the success of the Farmer Input Support Program, Facebook in Zambia, citing the benefits of private-public partnership and the e-voucher system in improving efficiency and effectiveness. According to Mr. Chinyama, the private sector's involvement in the Facebook program has significantly improved the distribution of inputs, making them more readily available to beneficiaries. He said this has enhanced competitiveness, ensured timely payment to private sector players, and promoted social inclusion, economic growth, and job creation. Mr. Chinyama noted this partnership has removed the myth that the government must be 100% involved in running programs with social benefits.
If you look at how this year's farming season went, if
and you compare it with before. Before it was largely government and farmers. And the private sector had very little to play. And there were a lot of inefficiencies. There were issues of ensuring that the product is available for the farmer or the beneficiary in a convenient place. And many times that would be a problem because government had to look for transport and everything else that was part of the distribution process. But now, with the private-public partnership arrangement that happened in this last year, at a very larger scale, we saw the private sector come in. And with that, we saw efficiencies. Because now the distribution of the inputs was to the convenience of the benefactors, which meant that the competitiveness that was brought in by involving the private sector and ensuring that they are paid on time and things like that, brought in the effectiveness and the efficiency in the whole process. So for me, that is very cardinal. Secondly, we learned also, quite interestingly, that whereas before we thought DIS was more secure and better, we saw that the e-voucher system, which was largely the private sector being the ones responsible for all major processes, we saw that that one was more effective. And we saw the involvement of a lot of private sector players. More than 500 agro-dealers were part of this process. And you and I know that it meant that the sector was busy not only from the farmers' perspective and government's perspective, but the business also was part of it. So there were many players.
The Midlands West Zambia Conference Women Ministries Department successfully launched the Young Women Adventist Women's Ministries YAM at Eden University Church last Sabbath, February 8th. The highly anticipated event drew over 650 women who gathered to be part of the initiative. During the event, Tabo Hadunka shared her inspiring testimony of living with HIV and discovering her purpose, showcasing the resilience and strength of women in the face of adversity. According to Pastor Chatanbuza, the launch of the YAM responds to the numerous challenges faced by young women in the 21st century, including unhealthy self-esteem, identity crisis, and mental health concerns. Pastor Chatanbuza said the ministry aims to provide a safe space for young women to grow, learn, and thrive, empowering them to become confident leaders and disciples of Christ. The initiative began on February 1st at Unicos, followed by the Eden University event.
And we are here at Eden University, where we were launching our Young Adventist Women Ministry, an initiative of the conference to go and teach young ladies and women in general about their roles and duties in God and in the church. And here at Eden University, we have interacted with a lot of young women, and we shared with them the vision for the conference and the vision for the church, as we encourage and let every woman know that they are called to participate in this gospel commission. We also had lessons in the afternoon about HIV and AIDS, and we also learned about how we can participate as women in evangelism. This is quite an interesting moment at this time of life where many young people, especially women, are going astray and having a lot of things. Yet the church has come up with this initiative of launching part of what women ministry already does, that we can send out our women to go out there and be blessed.
I was worshiping here today from Eden University SDA Church, and I was one of the speakers. I was speaking and sharing my story of living with HIV and how the experiences I've had have driven me to my purpose and to help inspire other people. I had a wonderful time with the young ladies during this launch today.
So today we just had a launch and we are so happy about it. We learned a lot and we are so grateful to the conference for giving us such a program. So in the afternoon we learned about HIV and AIDS, and we learned so much about how to be secure with our situations in different situations and still focus on God and still be there for others. We also learned about evangelism as young women, and we also learned that we should not only sit in the church, but we should also participate in God's work, because the commission was given to all of us, whether you're a man or a woman, and we're so grateful for that. We wish to have more of programs like this as women.
Woodlands Conference Music Director Pastor Maguni Namilonga says music should be treated with dignity and given as much space in worship just like preaching. Pastor Maguni said many people have joined the church through music which he believes is equal to the preaching, and that he cannot be done in isolation. Speaking in an interview with Hope News during the music workshop at Chilenje Main Seventh-day Adventist Church congregation, Pastor Makuni emphasized that music should be given its right place in worship just like preaching does. And Woodlands Conference Music Resource Committee Secretary Joseph Walusiku said music should be pursued beyond the workshop to ensure music does not die with the current generation. Over 260 musicians across Woodlands Conference attended the music workshop at Chilenje Main Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Woodlands Conference Music Department conducted a music workshop at Chilenje Seventh-day Adventist Church on February 9, 2025. The workshop was designed to equip musicians and singers with essential skills for artistic improvement in the church. Speaking to Hope TV News, Elder Joseph Walusuku shared the program's objectives, emphasizing the department's commitment to nurturing musical talent within the church. Elder Walusuku also revealed plans for future workshops aimed at further enhancing the skills of aspiring musicians.
We have people that are able to read and translate music in all our local churches. We encourage all our participants here to take the lessons personal. This is just a beginning. Our hope is that from here people are going to continue studying so that this language of music doesn't die in our generation.
The music director at the conference, Pastor Maguni Namilonga, applauded the music department for this milestone achievement. He emphasized that music should be treated with dignity and given as much space in worship as preaching on the pulpit.
Other people have come in church because of music, and others, of course, came through preaching. And so these are twins which coexist. You can't separate. One cannot live without the other. They are both bound together, and that we need to know that the music has a place in worship, just as preaching itself has a place in worship.
Facilitators at their workshop expressed their satisfaction with the high level of attendance and engagement from participants. They encourage the attendees to continue learning and practicing their new skills, stressing that the mastery requires dedication and ongoing education.
We should keep on learning and applying and revising so that from where we ended today, we move a step further into becoming what we're supposed to become, great musicians at the end of the day.
The interest is actually very, very overwhelming. People are keen to learn.
Musicians have been urged to take music seriously and ensure that songs are crafted in line with the Seventh-day Adventist Church doctrine. Don Capo Samuel believes that music and songs must be done in tandem with the teachings of the church, regardless of cultural orientation.
We need to expand our knowledge of music so that we do the notation, but more importantly, we have fundamental beliefs as Adventists, things that make us who we are. We need to bring that into song so that the interpretation is brought out clearly without bias and without a misconception. We are Adventists, doctrinal messages in song with a good knowledge of music combined together it's a blast.
Meanwhile, participants left the workshop with excitement and a renewed sense of purpose, eager to implement the teachings they had learned. Many expressed joy over the knowledge gained and the connection made with fellow musicians, fostering a supportive environment for artistic expression.
My experience in this learning, I've learned to say we should express ourselves and understand the song we're singing.
And this workshop has been a game changer for me. I've learned a lot, and it has improved my skill and also my music heart.
I'm so delighted to be here, having learned a lot of things. I tell you, learning doesn't end, regardless of how much you know in music. But if you continue practicing and getting to such meetings, I tell you, you get to enjoy.
The Woodlands Conference Music Department plans to build on this success with additional workshops in the near future, further committing to the development of local musical talent. Jonya Grant reporting for Hope TV News.
And on that note, we conclude our news, but before we go, here is a reminder of stories that made headlines. Bank of Zambia increases monetary police rate. ADRA Zambia builds 28 amenities for schools in Lusaka. Farmers express optimism over this rain season. Midlands West Zambia Conference launches Young Adventist Women's Ministries. On behalf of the news team and the production team, I've been your anchor, Meboch Timbiti, alongside George Kalimukwa. It's bye for now.